Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am revealing my fall front porch and showing you a couple of DIYs that I have done. This first DIY is cheesecloth ghost. My mom actually found this one on Pinterest and sent it to me, and so this is her right here making the mold for one of our cheesecloth ghosts. And we are doing this one night together, and it was a lot of fun to make these with my mom. So these ghosts were actually really easy to make. All you need is cheesecloth, liquid starch, and some shapes and objects for your molds. So we made 3 different sizes of ghosts, and all we did was use birdies for the small one, and then for the medium and the large one we used a cup and a ball on top of the cup to make it look like a head. We just used different sizes, and then we put pipe cleaners out from the cup to make it look like little arms were on top of the ghost. But it was very, very easy and simple for such a cute statement. I love doing crafts like this every year, things that are cute and simple, but just kind of bring some life into your decorations. And when you look at it and see them around your house, you know, like, oh, I made that, and I can't wait to do fun, cute things like this with Josie. I absolutely love doing things like this with my mom to this day, and I love doing them with her when I was younger, and I can't wait to make those memories with my own kiddos. You can see us kind of playing around with different materials and measuring the cheesecloth here. We were just trying to see what we thought would look best and how to apply the cheesecloth so that the ghost would stand up on its own. We realized that the more liquid starch you use, the better in a way, because then it lets the ghost harden. But also, if you have cheesecloth sitting at the bottom of your ghost, you can kind of see, like, at where the pan is, we have some of the cheesecloth that's gathered and stacked on each other. That actually helps build like a foundation for your ghost to stand on. I wanted to mention too that we put saran wrap around the balls and the cups so that the liquid starch didn't leak onto it and ruin those items, but we didn't put anything on the birdies, and those turned out just fine. As we were getting to the end of putting the cheesecloth on the smallest ghost, on the birdies, we realized that we love the ghost with the arms best. So the ones that we left without arms, we are actually taking off and we are adding arms to those ghosts. I am so glad we did this, because in the final product with the ghost arms out, they just look so cute and adorable, and I think it just adds a little bit more to these cheesecloth ghosts. On the largest ghost, we actually add 2 layers of cheesecloth, and I was worried about how it would look, but the overlay actually makes it look spookier, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. We did have to play around with the pipe cleaner arms because the cheesecloth weighed it down a little bit, but it turned out really great. So now I'm just moving on to the medium-sized ghost and doing the exact same process. We cut the cheesecloth to a length that we like, we dip it in the liquid starch and completely saturate it, and then you spread out the cheesecloth again and drape it over your mold. So here we just have a plastic cup, a tennis ball, pipe cleaners, and saran wrap. So we let the molds harden overnight and then pop them off of the cups and the birdies, and this is how they turned out. I was pretty gentle with them, but if you like indent them, you're able to just pop that indent right out, so you don't have to be super careful. So now here I am adding some mini pom-poms to the smallest size ghost to just make it look like eyes and a mouth. I have tiny pom-poms I ordered from Walmart that were really cheap, and then hot glue to place them on the cheesecloth. So now I just have colored cardstock that I am going to use to make little banners that some of the ghosts hold. So I'm just cutting small strips of this cardstock paper, and then I am going to make it cute with different cutouts so it actually looks like a pennant banner, and then write down little Halloween sayings. So I decided to go with boo and spooky, and I attached the boos to 2 of the little ghosts and the spooky to 1 of the large ghosts. You can see in the bottom left corner I added the mini pom-poms to a medium-sized ghost, and it just looked ridiculous and I couldn't get the pom-poms back off, so I had to scrap that ghost. So I actually end up leaving the medium and the largest ghost without any eyes, and I still love how they turned out. So here I am just hot gluing these strips of cardstock over a small piece of ribbon and then hot gluing it, and then I will cut it so it looks like a banner, and then I take a Sharpie and I write the little Halloween saying, and then I will glue this banner onto the mini ghost little arms. So I'm curious, what are you guys? Are you a scary Halloween decorator? Are you like a spooky cute Halloween decorator? Do you skip Halloween altogether and just stick to fall decor? let me know. I am definitely a spooky cute kind of decorator is how I like to call it. I like decorating for Halloween and doing that kind of thing, but I am not into like the gore and the blood and the scariness, so we just keep it cute over here. So a tip if you are making these ghosts, cut the little banner pieces before you glue them on. They turned out way more uniform doing it this way, and it just looks a little cleaner. Okay, look at this large ghost. How stinking cute. And I love how the arms are a little asymmetrical, so the banner is kind of swooping up. So these are all of my cheesecloth ghosts, and I was gonna put them in different pockets around my house, but I decided to keep them together and have like a spooky ghost section here in my kitchen. I would love to get little like fairy lights and put them under the ghost too, so at night it just looks lit up. So now here I'm making a monster pumpkin. I ordered pom-poms for Josie so she can play with them and try and work on her fine motor skills, and we talk about different colors with them. But when I ordered the pom-poms, they came with these eyes and I didn't really know what to do with them, and so I randomly had the thought to attach them to this mini pumpkin and kind of make like a monster pumpkin, and it actually turned out super cute and I really do like it. I have to keep it out of Josie's reach though, because she just comes over and pops all of the eyes off. So I used hot glue for this mainly just because that's easy for me, but if you have little kids and hot glue is kind of a danger, you can probably use craft glue and I'm sure it would work just as well. You probably would have to just let it sit and harden longer though, so it doesn't, the eyes don't fall off. But look here, how cute is this little mini monster pumpkin with a bunch of eyes. So the last thing I am doing is I am making painted pumpkins. I randomly saw these on Pinterest and I was like, oh my gosh, these are so cute and so easy that I have basically all of the materials at my house. I just need pumpkins. And so I decided to make two different kind of painted pumpkins. I have an orange one that I'm working on right now that I am painting on little ghost, and then I have a white pumpkin that I end up painting pumpkins and little jack-o'-lanterns on that you'll see. So I realized as I was doing this pumpkin, the more less uniform it is, the better it turns out. So don't like worry about spacing too much or that your ghosts all look the same. I'm just going through and kind of making like an upside down U or umbrella shape, and then I do go over and I do a second coat on these ghosts, and I'm glad I did because it kind of looks like an overlay is on these ghosts, and so it just kind of makes it look even better and like the ghosts are a little more put together. So later that night I come back and I am making the painted pumpkins and jack-o'-lanterns on this white pumpkin. It was a little hard for me to start this one because I wasn't quite sure the shape of the pumpkin I wanted to do, but I recommend just starting and going, because once you have all of the pumpkins or whatever you decide to paint on them, like if you do bats or like I did ghosts in that first one, it's gonna look cute no matter what. The more organic it is, the better. It's not supposed to be this perfect thing, which is why I think this would be so fun to do with kids, because they can pick out a pumpkin and then they can pick out whatever shape they want to paint on it, and the less perfect it looks, the better. It turns out so cute. So now after the ghosts have dried, I'm going back with the bottom of a large paintbrush and I'm adding dots to these ghosts. It turns out so cute and I am just really happy with the result. Here is the final product for the ghost pumpkin. I am kind of obsessed. So for the painted pumpkin, I am first going through and adding stems, and then when I finish this, I actually was not going to make any of them into jack-o'-lanterns, and so I tested one of them out, and I figured if I hated it, I could just turn the one that I made into a little jack-o'-lantern towards the back so no one could see it. But it turned out really cute, and you'll see that I add jack-o'-lantern faces only to some of the pumpkins, and I'm so glad I did that. It just makes it look not as put together and a little more organic, and I really like that. I am using a paint pen instead of a paint brush, and for the jack-o'-lantern faces, I would definitely recommend that. It works out so much better than a paintbrush would. And here's the final product. So I don't have the largest front porch, but I do have one that is a good size, and we can have little chairs and a table on it, and so I do enjoy decorating it. So first thing I was doing was removing the summer pillows from these chairs, and now I am just sweeping up any mulch or dead bugs or dirt that's on this porch to start with a fresh start. And you'll see I have my little helper Jax. He's out here with me cleaning up and decorating the front porch. I do have some pieces that were already out, pumpkins, and this flower arrangement was already out on the porch, and so I'm just moving those around so I can sweep. And then I am adding my painted pumpkins out here and a few final touches. I added a blanket and some fall pillows to these chairs, and I think it really brightens up and makes it seem like fall in this space. And now I'm adding this welcome to our patch pumpkin wood sign and my painted pumpkin and monster pumpkin out here, and I love how they look. You can see them from afar and know what they are, and this cute little corner by the door just makes me so happy. I've had such a hard time decorating this front porch because it is narrow and I want people to be able to walk up to it, but I love how that turned out. Now I am adding bats to my front door. I've done this for about 3 years and I'm using the same bats. I did have to buy new sticky foam for the bats this year, and I wanted to make a new wreath and didn't end up making one, so the bats actually just take over the wreath space and look so cute. Also, mums are like one of my favorite things about the fall, and I love how that little corner turned out. I've been getting really into the gourds, the funky kind of pumpkins this year, and I decided to stack all my decorations on the steps on one side, and I really like how that turned out. Here is a view of the walkway up to my house, and I just think it is so cute. Thank you all for being here. I hope you enjoyed this fall porch reveal and Halloween/fall DIYs. I am so grateful that you're here and supporting me. I love when you guys comment or like my videos. That helps me out. So if you like this video and have enjoyed some of my content, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe. I'd love to have you come back and join me. I post videos every week on Sunday, and I hope you have a good one. Bye.